everybody. Let me go ahead and introduce the ingredients. You're going to need 2 large chicken breasts. Okay, now these have already been trimmed. I already trimmed the fat off of them. You're going to need some chicken broth. You're going to need some seasonings. Okay, and I got that super colossal shrimp. You know, I think it's the best shrimp, you know, for this recipe. You know, you can go with the, you know, the baby shrimp. You know what I mean? You can go with that. But I'm going to go with the super colossal ones. All right, ain't many in the bag, but trust me, I think the size really works out for itself. And then you're gonna need about 1/2 an onion. Normally with this recipe, you know, I like to use a red onion. Went to the store, man, no red onion, no red onion. So this right here, we just got a sweet onion right here. It's good. Go ahead and use that, cut it in half, you know, chop it up, is what I did. And then got some Parmesan cheese. I think this is the best cheese, you know, for this recipe. You know, this is a little bit on the expensive side, but don't worry about it. I'm gonna give you some cheap options. You know, I'll have it in the video, okay? So, first things first, let's go ahead and let's get this crock pot going. All right, so we got our crock pot. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn this on high. I'm gonna do that first before I add the ingredients. Okay, first, we're gonna add our chicken broth, okay? Add that first. Then we got our seasonings. Okay, just gonna mix that around. All right, just gonna mix that around. So we're just gonna go ahead, pour that in here just like that. Okay, just gonna mix it up a bit, mix it up a bit. All right, and trust me, guys, when this is like halfway through, when this is cooking in this crock pot, I'm telling you, man. It's gonna make your house smell amazing. Just that simple, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, you know, push around the chicken, try to let it absorb all that seasoning, you know, that chicken broth, you know, flip it around, you know, with your fork. You know, this is what I do. Turn it upside down, you know, try to mix it around just like that. Like that. I know I say I use broth. No, you can use stock too. Chicken stock, chicken broth, don't really matter. You know, you can also use water, you know, and add a bouillon cube. You know what I mean? You can use some of that better than bouillon. You can use that. You know what I mean? You can use that. So it's all up to you. But I go ahead and I use the stock or the broth, you know, whatever which ones, you know, the store has, because, you know, nowadays they ain't got nothing at the store. So you just gotta take what they pretty much what they have. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna let this cook. All right. Oh wait, now hold up. Now see, I ain't already forgot. I gotta add the onions. Gotta add the onions in there, okay? I know you're probably thinking about the shrimp. You ain't gotta worry about the shrimp. We're gonna add the shrimp later, all right? So we're gonna add the shrimp later. Right now, we're gonna cook this chicken, you know, so we just go ahead and we're gonna add the chicken, add the shrimp later. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put the top on, let this cook for about 3 hours. After 3 hours, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna shred with 2 forks and we're gonna shred this chicken. But right now, we're gonna sit back, let this crock pot do all the work. All right, guys, we're back. It's been 3 hours. Now it's time to remove the lid. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, go and get up in that. Go and get up in that. Smell that, smell that. First thing we're gonna do is that we're going to add the cream. All right, so we're gonna add the cream. All right, so we added the cream. Next thing, get yourself 2 forks here, 2 forks, and just shred. Okay, just shred and see how tender that chicken is. It's already falling apart. Already falling apart. So just go ahead, shred your meat. That's all you got to do. Okay, so now that you shredded your meat, okay, so as you see, got it all shredded pretty good, down in small pieces. You know, some people like them big pieces. You know, some of them like it, you know, finely shredded and, you know, stuff like that. For me, hey, I'm cool either way. But this right here is good. So now, next, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna add the noodles, okay? Now, I don't know what's better than fettuccine noodles, you know what I mean? So this is a pound of fettuccine noodles, okay? Pound of fettuccine noodles. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna mix this up. We're gonna mix this up first, that's what we're gonna do. Mix that up. Okay, and I didn't want to cook, you know, the noodles, you know, al dente, because, you know, I put them in this pot, and we're going to cook them a little longer, because remember, we still got to cook the shrimp. Yeah, so you don't want to, you know, overcook your noodles, you know what I mean? Just go ahead, you know, throw them up in here because we're gonna cook them again. Okay, so guys, we already mixed this up pretty well. So next, my favorite part. Here comes that cheese I showed you earlier. So I shredded it. You know what I mean? We're not gonna use all this at first because we're gonna top it at the end with some more cheese. Now I'll tell you a little funny story. You know, my brother, I guess we like twins when we go out to restaurants, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the waitress come and okay, tell me when. They sitting there shredding right at trees. Everybody in the family just sitting there staring at my brother. Like, okay, you know when she says when, she don't mean, you know, you can have the whole block of cheese, okay? You know what I mean? But he's just sitting there smiling like with the rest of us. It ain't never enough cheese, especially when it comes to pasta. You know what I'm saying? Ain't never enough cheese. Okay, so you know what? Mixed it up a little good there. I wanna add some more because we got a lot of cheese here. We just shredded that whole block of cheese, and we're gonna save some for later because remember we're gonna top it, you know, when we're done. I think that right there is pretty good. Okay, now that we mixed in the cheese very well, next, here comes the shrimp. Now, like I said, these are the super colossal shrimp, you know what I'm saying? Super colossal shrimp. You know, these have already been peeled in the vein, okay? So I'm gonna use a super colossal shrimp. You know, you can use the extra large, whatever works for you, but I like the super colossal shrimp. So, you know, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna go and just dump those in just like that, okay? So what's next? Y'all know, we're gonna add more cheese. Okay. This time we're just gonna top it. You know, let's get that spoon out of there. That spoon, get that out of there. Say a spoon, ain't no spoon. But yeah, we're gonna top this with more cheese, just like that. Oh yeah, never gonna have enough cheese. That's perfect. That's perfect right there. All right. And I chopped up some Italian parsley. You know, a lot of people like, you know, it's really presentation. That's what it's about. You know, I'm real big on presentation and adding this dry parsley, you know, this fresh parsley actually, because I chopped this up. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. You know, this green stuff, like my sister, I'll tell you another story. My sister like, oh, what's that green stuff? And who cares? Just eat it. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? Just eat it. Some presentation makes the food look good, you know? She's sitting there, oh, I don't want that. Yeah, you do, because everybody here eating but you. She want it. All right, so we topped it with the parsley. You know what I mean? More cheese. So what we going to do, we still got to cook. You know what I mean? We still got to cook that shrimp. Okay, so we're going to cook this probably about another 40 minutes. All right, y'all. Now it's been about 40 minutes, so let's check our shrimp. Oh, yeah. Oh, this smells amazing. Look at these shrimp, okay? Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that right there. Look at that right there. Oh, I don't want to drip it all over the place. Ooh, it's hot. But man, look how creamy this is. Look how creamy this is. Oh, man, look at that. Look how creamy this is. Cheesy. The shrimp, the chicken. It's just amazing. And I also want y'all to get a taste of this too though, you know? Go on and get a taste of that. You know, I say it's served probably, I don't know, 6 to 8, but with this recipe, I'm telling you, you might have to break that down to 4, because trust me, you're gonna come back for seconds. This is not gonna last very long, y'all, okay? I'll be uploading videos throughout the week. You already know. I'm out of here.